Thank you so much for staying with us. You've heard the background to this matter. One of the lawmakers who moved the motion, especially at the lower chamber of the National Assembly, joins us from our Abuja studio, Honorable Tajuddin Yusuf. Many thanks for joining us on the program. One will be wondering, why is the National Assembly afraid of the Attorney General of the Federation? It seems to be a common enemy to both chambers of the National Assembly. One will wonder, if there is nothing to hide, why are the lawmakers shy or afraid of facing this trial or this arraignment or this case in court of law?
I don't think there is anything to be afraid about the Attorney General. What we just expressed is the need to arrest a dangerous tide that is gradually blowing. If you listen to my motion on the floor of the House of Representatives, I gave background of why my submission or my conclusion came up. One, I used the Kogi issue. The House of Representatives raised a legitimate concern about Kogi, and in expression of constitutional right, took over the Kogi Assembly, pending when the two warring factions will come to the table for us to have a amicable resolution of Kogi issue. Just out of the blues, that the general came up and wrote one lengthy legal opinion that the National Assembly has no such right. By implication, telling us that the role the Constitutional Federal Government of Nigeria assigned to us can be usurped by the opinion of an Attorney General. As of today, there have been about 3 judgments of Federal High Court affirming the position of National Assembly on Kogi. Yet, the Attorney General has not thought it right to reverse his position. Till date, the 5 lawmakers still hold sway in Kogi and determine what happened in the Assembly of Kogi. 2, on the issue at hand, there was an allegation that the Senate rule was forged. What was the allegation? That the Senate standing rule on election of principal officers was open ballot, but that the rule that was used secret ballot. That is the allegation. That was the allegation. The court was approached on the 27th of July 2015. Justice Kolawole expressly ruled that the Constitution has given the National Assembly, both House of Rep and the Senate, the legal framework to come up with their own guiding rule. And if you have contrary opinion, you feel the rule has been impugned on, it should be challenged on the floor. That attempt to introduce an external party to determine which rule is right or wrong is an infringement, an attempt to go to the National Assembly in the particular direction. On the 4th of August, and that High Court ruled affirming the same position and directed those members to go to the chamber. In fact, the other ruling, went further, that if there are rules in contention, if there are 2 opposing rules in contention, that the one adopted by the majority of the members sitting there, they becomes the guiding rule. Mind you, these rules did not only elect the principal officers. That was the rule they used in putting, even the committee chairman. That was the rule that screened the speakers, the ministers. That was the rule that passed the budget. I expect, and why we feel that the general is becoming a threat to democracy, is that we expect him to approach the court to vacate these 2 earlier rulings by making sure that the appeal court invalidate those rulings.
Okay.
He didn't do any of such.
Honorable Yusuf, if I may quickly come in here, I remember vividly that there was a point in time early in the life of the 8th Assembly that the police came in onto this matter trying to investigate this particular case. And I guess the legal officer, the #1 legal officer of the nation, he has his role to play. Do you think that this is political in some way? Because if you say so, it's perhaps not only a PDP matter, it's going to affect any of the other parties on the National Assembly in this case. And when we look at it, that the decision of the National Assembly today might be a case of a tit for tat, isn't it?
It is not a party issue. It's about safeguarding the independence of the National Assembly. I just gave you 2 judgments of Federal High Court as the chief law officer of the Federation. As the Attorney General of the Federation, I expect him to protect the temple of justice. Simplicity shall have approached the court. And when you feel that the ruling of the Federal High Court is not intangible with your opinion, the truth of the matter is that if everybody disregard court ruling, what we have, by implication, the basic foundation that made democracy will be destroyed. Those who crafted democracy and, crafted the Nigerian Constitution deliberately made the National Assembly the first schedule. Understanding the place of the National Assembly.
Yusuf,
the way you are made to be perceived as a set of people that are...
Just if I may quickly to say this, that if any person in Nigeria who is not covered by immunity is seen to be contravening the Nigerian law or is seen to be perverting justice, should the person not be, or the National Assembly is sent to sue the person for contempt of court? Isn't that what the National Assembly should be doing right now?
Why the National... I think those all sorts of options are open. But the National Assembly, first of all, has a responsibility to speak out. That's what we did today. For the whole world to understand that what we are having now is an attempt, a conscious attempt, to serially attack the National Assembly and weaken the potency of the National Assembly and reduce the National Assembly to a toothless arm of government.
Right.
The intention of the Attorney General is deliberate. By implication, by the moment you are ruining them, most people will not even go into the details of what happened. They are facing a criminal charge, and you have reduced their ability to function has been thoroughly reduced.
Okay.
What the House of Representatives did today is to say, come, the National Assembly is an arm of government.
Okay.
If there is a matter in court
let me quickly,
and a ruling has been made,
Honorable Yusuf, just a moment. Let me quickly bring in a legal practitioner here who joins us on the program. Mr. Curtis Adigba is a legal practitioner and a policy analyst. Many thanks for coming on the program.
My pleasure.
There's clearly an executive, legislative impasse in this matter. When this kind of case happens, what does it interpret in law?
Well, first and foremost, let's not forget the politicization of a clearly legal issue here. And you can understand where the members of the National Assembly are coming from. They think that the institution is under siege from the president or from the executive arm of government because the Senate president is on trial, okay? And they feel that this is a continuation of that siege mentality. But let us look at the issues very clearly. Some senators who are in a position to understand alleged and reported the matter to the police that some other members forged the rules of the Senate that was used to elect the current Senate president and his deputy, all right? And they wanted the police to investigate.
All right, Mr. Curtis, just a moment. We'll take a moment and we'll allow Mr. Adigba to conclude his thoughts on this matter. Stay with us. We'll be right back.